amazing platformer, Celeste, came out about a year ago. And I fell in love with the game, and so did a lot of people, as I could see through YouTube and reviews and everything. This game was really something special, and it really touched heart with a lot of people. But I asked myself, is this game only for depressed people that have gone through anxiety? In short, the answer to that question is no. No, this game is incredible for so many reasons beyond its story. The platforming is amazing, dude. It's just incredible. You don't need to know what it's like. You don't even need to listen to the story. You don't even have to look at the dialogue to enjoy this game. But I would like to break a little, not a quote, because I cannot find it. I heard a quote a long time ago, can't find it. Either way, I kind of remade this quote, so I'm going to go ahead and read that to you guys here. So, our worst moments in life are equal in that they are what you hold in as the worst. So whether it is starving for 5 days in a row because your family doesn't have any food, or if your mom takes away your phone charger, they are both that person's worst in life. And in turn, that feeling of horribleness and worse can be mutually shared to a degree. Obviously, there is a degree of, how sad can you really get? But to each person's own, their worst moment is their worst. Most people, I believe, can really understand and at least grasp exactly how this story is playing out. You might not have anxiety, you might not have gone through depression, but I think you can understand. And that's where I don't think you need to have it, but I think having it and maybe going through it sometime in your life really helps make this game impactful. See, this game for me was kind of eye-opening in a sense. I was lost in some of the cutscenes where, there was a feather floating in the air and you had to breathe in and out to keep it at a good point. It's those moments that really I kind of hold on to, and a year later, I still will remember some of those things, and I still have remembered some of those things. And they've come up just in my day, like, I need to chill a little bit, and I've imagined a feather before, and that kind of impact for a game, that is exactly what you want to do as a developer. And so, this story, to me, going through some of the things that I've gone through in life, it really did impact me, and there were times where I was honestly done with the platforming because it gets hard, man. It gets so hard. It is so good, and it's so good, but it gets hard. And the only reason I pushed myself to finish this game was because of the story. I wanted to know what was going to happen to this girl. But like I said, it's not all about the story. This platformer is incredible, and I'm not going to go into a full review here, but basically, the platforming is so good. It progresses at an insanely good level that I have not seen in a lot of platformers, giving you talents, giving you things to make it harder, but in such a natural and gradual way that it feels so good. It just feels so natural to continue to progress through this game, even though the difficulty goes from pretty medium to like insanely hard. It cruises through that so good. And like I said, I put in about 11 hours in this game. I collected as many goodies as I could without getting too frustrated at the game. And it was all worth it to me. And I had such a good time just doing the platforming, even not with learning more about the story. So the last thing I want to hit on is just how crazy to me it is that this story was so impactful to me, to many other creators and just viewers and players of the game, with how little dialogue this game really has. It's a game that I have not seen do so well before, and I think not having these, maybe not understanding or going through depression, anxiety, or any of that would make it so that the story kind of brushes by a little bit faster. But to me, every sentence counted, and in every sentence was perfect and fit the situation. There was never a time where I was like, why is this in the game? And there was never a time where I was too bored of the dialogue. There was such a little amount that every sentence I needed to read, I needed to double read. And I thought that was just incredible that a platformer with a small amount of dialogue and story was able to get me so addicted and so intrigued by the story, being only 11 hours that I played through the game, and you can play through it much, much faster. So do you need to be depressed to play this game? No. But there is a level of understanding that makes this story and makes this game really hit hard and hit home and feel amazing. And for developers to do something like that, to attack a weakness like depression, is huge. And I'm so excited to see that happen throughout more games in the future, to really hit home and talk about problems that so many people can relate on and can actually give a solution to as well.